Welcome back to Give Me 5 Friday. I'm out here at Ed Hooper Park with Mr. Scott McEwen. He is one of the patriarchs of Casa Grande Union High School District. He served in many different roles. And have you lived in Casa Grande all your life?
No, I've been here 61 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not all your life, huh?
No, it's not.
Okay, very close, very close.
Thank you for that. No.
Well, we have some exciting things that are going to be going on later on this month. But first, let's get to your 5 questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, like I mentioned, you were at Casa Grande Union High School District for many, many years. You served in many different capacities. What was the role that you enjoyed most?
Jennifer, I've been thinking about that. That's really a difficult one because I enjoyed every single day I went to work. All these
awesome.
Different positions. I started out as assistant principal, superintendent, whatever. And so it's really hard.
Yeah.
Probably academically, I was in the classroom for some years before I started. And I think that the year that I asked to be with the at-risk students, the really at-risk students, and spent that year with them, it was probably the most challenging, but the most rewarding teaching experience that I've had, working with at-risk students. As far as I did coach, football, basketball, baseball, coach varsity football, but the most enjoyable maybe of anything I have done, professional-wise or otherwise, is coach freshman football.
Freshman football.
Absolutely love it.
Awesome. That's great. Because some of them come not ever having played before, right?
Hopefully that's the way I like them.
You do, yeah.
And we can teach them the skills.
Right, you don't have to undo those bad habits. So, very good, very good. Now, if you could travel anywhere that you've never been before, where would you go and why?
I'm not a traveler. I have been abroad a number of places, but I think I would like to go to my ancestry, Scotland.
Oh,
Scotland.
Wonderful.
Never been there, probably never will. But yeah, I would like to go
I went there for a
day
day trip once, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So
Did you really?
I would love to go back.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got to get there.
Yeah.
All right. Get those plans in place. So you've spent 61 years in Casa Grande. So what do you think is the best thing about Casa Grande? You love Casa Grande. I do too. Born and raised. So what do you think is the best thing about Casa Grande?
Well, there's a number of things again. It has and I'll call it an ambience. I just like the hometown feel. I know that's overly used, but the feeling of, people, what's going on. Yesterday at the ribbon cutting, gosh, I saw people we all know. You walk in and see everyone.
Yes.
Where else in the entire nation could I, Scott McEwen, walk into the local newspaper office, Casa Grande Dispatch, and they have the old swinging door there, like the old saloon door, and walk in through unannounced, go back, sit down across the table with Donovan Kramer, the editor, and have a conversation, which I do regularly. I mean, where else can you do that? Where else can you do that?
We are still very much a small town.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
great.
That's why I love it.
Well, you are Scott McEwen, so you could probably go lots of places like that in town. All right, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail?
Well, again, I thought about that, and I probably, because I've done a lot of kind of physical things, I would like to try I guess it's called a run from the North Rim to the South Rim, down and up, back from the South Rim to the North Rim. It's a continuous run. Extremely challenging.
In the Grand Canyon.
In the Grand Canyon, sorry. Yeah. And they are trying to do that, and I did have a brother who did that. He came out pretty much delirious and said it was, but I think that's something that
that would be great.
I couldn't fail.
That's right. All right. Last is, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Well, again, that's an interesting question, and I'm not going to pinpoint a person. There's 2 small groups that I thought about, and both of them is because I'd like to express some gratitude. And one of them, no one would know them. They've all 4 passed. I was raised by a single parent mother. And so when it came time for sports award banquets or father-sons outings, these individuals would step in my life and help out, jobs, financially, whatever else. And also there's 4 individuals that I would gather at the table and say, you know what, thank you. I probably didn't realize it at the time, but I really do. The other one would again not be an individual, but I would say thank you because of the example, the admiration I have, and that is Dr. Amos, who's in the AACP leadership, has been it's Dr. Amos Brown, for a number of years. And I think now he's also a pastor of a large Baptist church in San Francisco, but he's a president of that group. 2 days ago, he recorded and sent a birthday wish to his really close friend that he calls his brother from a different mother, and it is Russell M. Nelson. Now, Russell M. Nelson is the president of another church, a large church, and the churches, the name doesn't make any difference. It's the relationship. It just happens he's with the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints. So that's how I was aware of it. And so they have bonded, had a really good relationship. It was the 100th birthday for Russell M. Nelson celebration. So they and he requested to offer that. So I would sit down and say, thank you for your example, your motivation of the bonding, of breaking down barriers, whatever, for those 2 individuals, because they're both pretty high profile and both just good friends. So I would do that.
Very good. I love all those answers. So this upcoming September 21st, it's on a Saturday here at Ed Hooper Park, which is why we're here today. We have a very special and unique event going on, and it's the National Day of Service and Remembrance, and you started this along with Randy Robbins, and this is the 3rd year?
It is.
Okay, so why don't you tell a little bit more about that?
Okay, in a nutshell, 3 years ago, I was on a large Zoom, probably 700 people, from the national headquarters of Just Serve and 9/11, and they were encouraging communities to really get involved. And when I hung up, I said, you know what, that's something we need to do. So I made 2 phone calls. One was to Mayor McFarland, and got him on board. And he said, yeah, we ought to do that. Then I called Randy Robbins, who I call for everything when I need help. And the 3 of us sat down and started the initial planning. And Jennifer, I got to pause. See, you know, you're asking me these questions, but Jennifer Corson is involved a whole lot in a lot of things. And I'm going to say it right here before the camera. I've said, Jennifer, I'm not going to chair any more of these committees unless you are on my committee, because you obviously were on there. We got together, we did it. That was the first. And now we're to the 3rd annual Day of Service, and it's going to be a biggie.
Yes.
In fact, Aaron Walters from the city just sent me an email this morning, and he said we have 350 already signed up, registered, pre-registered. Now that does not count the 2 football teams, the cheerleaders, and so forth. So realistically, we are up to 500 volunteers already. So this will be the largest probably that we've had. But I need to comment on that. This is an important topic to me, and that is that we're unique. There's a lot of these held across the country. They're held in different cities, and I admire, I clap my hands, say that, and I applaud that. That's great.
Yeah.
But we have uniqueness, and that is we have the schools.
Right.
We have the city. We have the churches, and we have the community. We have 4 components that come together on this special day.
Yes.
And so that makes it really kind of unique.
Yes.
And of course, the numbers, the size is also unique, but this is a special one.
Yes.
And so we're looking forward to it a lot. Yes. And we're going to start at 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
And we will have an opening ceremony of about 30 minutes with dignitaries, and they'll be there expressing, and then we'll break in to about 15 or 16 different major projects in the area, and have Wayne Tompkinson will do his hot dog lunch, and then we'll conclude. It's going to be a big deal.
It is.
It's a big deal.
It's going. So the last 2 years we have done it at CG Mountain, and so we've cleaned up trails, we've cleaned up the shooting grounds, and we also hiked. I hiked all the way up to CG to paint the CG. So this year we are going to do it out here. We're going to be picking up trash. We're going to be working on some projects around here, some painting, some tree planting, and we're going to have a special booth that kids and adults can come and make cards to thank our first responders, our military personnel, and our medical staff, because they really are the true heroes that make up this nation of ours. So thank you so much for coming out.
Wait.
Okay.
I gotta say something, because I got to back up. You climbed that steep path with the football team.
Yes.
Went up there, and I made it some of the way. And
yes,
you did all the way up there, and it was really good. So
it was great, and I'm telling you, those boys were amazing. They helped me up, like literally helped me up. But so.
And we should mention, those football teams will be here on Saturday morning. One has an away game in Prescott.
Yep.
One has an away game in Maricopa. They'll get home in the wee hours of the morning.
Yes.
And you all are going to load them on buses, and they'll park out here. And so again, that's really unique. I doubt anywhere else in the country is our football teams coming together like this.
Yes. I'm so proud of our schools, and I'm proud to know you.
Well, I appreciate
this is
that.
great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and happy Friday.